This week on SignDawgs.
We're fixing to head out to go install North Dallas Adventist Academy. And hopefully JJ can work his magic on giving a class and setting up the antennas.
Having communication issues, trying to give a class to a customer who just bought an EMC sign. It comes with a laptop so they can send a message to the sign. But I'm having trouble with communications on one of these antennas.
Every day we look at signs. Some are beautiful, others not so much. For a business, any business, a good sign is crucial. So where does a good sign come from? Who creates these tantalizing works of art? In the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, it's done right here by the people at Signs Manufacturing, the people we call the SignDawgs.
We call them EMCs for Electronic Message Center. And honestly, I don't even remember where that came from. I mean, that was probably 20 years ago. No, it was the mid-90s, I guess, that we started doing that. An EMC is basically, it's an LED sign or an SMD, which SMD is just different technology, but for our customers, LED, EMC, SMD, it doesn't really matter. What they need is a sign that's going to be able to dynamically display messages like these up on the wall behind us so they can change their messages for their customers day by day.
I just got off the phone with NDAA, and they are needing an electronic message center on their already existing monument sign. So I'm pretty excited. And the electronic message center in Richardson is going to be a little bit difficult, but I think I can pull it off. Electronic message centers are great for any business, but for a church and a school, they can speak to all the parents and anyone going by about basketball, the sports, academic achievements, students of the month. So it's going to be a great deal.
We're on the campus of North Dallas Adventist Academy, as you know.
Yep.
And we are an unusual facility in that we are a school. We have a K through 12 academy on campus. We also have a daycare.
That is awesome.
We have 5 different churches that meet here over the course of the weekend.
Oh, wow.
So you can see that communication is a really big
It's huge.
player in what we do here.
An electronic message center starts with a cabinet, so we have to weld that together, and that gives us time to wait for the actual parts to get here to start fabrication on the electronic message center.
These types of signs are kind of performing a light trick on you. I mean, there's, when you look up here and you see yellow, there is no yellow light on these signs. They're doing a combination of red, green, and blue to make a yellow light. So, you have a computer that takes your message and then the sign transforms that into figuring out what combinations of red, green, and blue it's going to need in order to display that up on the screen. These kinds of signs fill a need for businesses that they've never really had a way to fill before, where you can take a sign like this, and if I'm a restaurant, I can say, hey, I've got a Tuesday lunch specials, or Happy Valentine's Day, or whatever my dynamic message is, the message I want to display that day, I can put it out there on the street. And in the past, the only way you could do that is by taking those individual plastic letters and sticking them in the slots and getting your letter changing pole and going out there in the winter and trying to change those out. And that was just a terrible way of doing it. And now to be able to just, hey, I'm going to have a special tomorrow. Special. That's just by far the best way to do it.
It doesn't.
Just don't work like that.
We're fixing to head out to go install North Dallas Adventist Academy. And hopefully JJ can work his magic on giving a class and setting up the antennas.
Depends on what I do, but
Just when they know the measurements for where the king cat.
the girl is here to let you in the room.
We're here at the NDAA. Just got the EMC set up. Trying to get the customers ready for the class. But we had an issue with the antennas. One of the guys left with the antennas, and we need both antennas, one for the EMC and one for the building, to communicate, to talk back to each other. And once that's good, man, I can get in there and give that class.
Give me.
Yeah, Robert's pissed off that, you know, James didn't grab the antennas from the truck. That's what he told me.
How do you
Oh, y'all.
I'm on your side.
That's what he said. He said, why didn't James get the antennas off the truck?
And you got the antennas you're gonna set up on the thing too.
Where they got them over there?
No, right there. I'm pointing at. You got the antennas.
I thought you were pointing to those power supplies there.
You got the antennas right here.
And I do sales here at Signs Manufacturing. I've been here for 2 years. James hired me. I moved to the Dallas area. Not originally from Texas, from Kansas. I love what I do. I do small signs, interior signs, to the large signs. Most people know me. I have a lot of extracurricular things I like to do. I'm a very athletic person, but everything is about my 2 boys. I have a 22-year-old, Derek, and a 19-year-old, Peyton. So my 19-year-old plays college football in Kansas, so I tear up the highway during football season, and my 22-year-old lives here.
She cares about her family a lot, and because of that, they've had a lot of problems, and she's just worked her rear off to take care of them, and I respect the heck out of that. And while doing that, she's managed to still be fun and take care of herself and just all around stay a positive force for the world. If you want somebody that's really who's really going to invest themselves in you and your success, then Laura's your person. There's a rumor that she's a secret space alien from planet XYZ. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I've known Laura now for 3 years, I guess, 2-3 years. And in all of that time, she has really, really worked hard for her family in some pretty difficult circumstances. And that stands out to me. Is there something behind me?
Laura is an extremely personable salesperson. She's the kind of salesperson that everybody always loves to have around, always loves it when she comes by. She's very friendly. She's super helpful. Sometimes she's too helpful because she'll, tell them we'll do things that really we shouldn't be doing. But, she's just a great salesperson. And she's the kind of salesperson that if I were buying something from a company, I'd want her to be my representative. Yeah.
I'm the EMC tech, and I'm trying to master it. I've been here coming up on a year, and I really wanted to learn as much as I could about these EMCs. Because, I feel like ever since I got in the sign company, I always notice signs now everywhere, even out of work, you know what I mean? So it feels good to know a trade. Having communication issues, trying to give a class. So a customer who just bought an EMC sign comes with a laptop so they can send a message to the sign. But I'm having trouble with communications on one of these antennas. So I'm just here trying to troubleshoot, get it figured out for the customer so I can let them know how to use this. So I'm checking my second antenna because I'm having communication issues. And my antenna looks like it's getting power. For some reason, I just can't communicate with the sign. Now I have to get back in there. Dang, everything looks good up here. So, started from here, Come straight in here. Let's see what this does. Still having communication problems connecting the sign.
JJ, sometimes he's a good kid, but sometimes he just acts like he has his head up his fourth point of contact.
Just reboot my computer. I don't know what's going on. Both of my antennas are good. So we got it going. My antenna is going good. For some reason, couldn't communicate to it for a while. So we're finna give the class. Yay, thumbs up.
Yeah, sometimes even a blind pig finds a cord.
All right, so Sign Programmer is your software for your sign. So every time you turn this on, first thing you wanna do is go to Sign Programmer. And for this sign, you're hardwired in, meaning you'll have to plug into this computer right here.
So now you guys are good. You guys train the trainers. You'll be the trainers to train.
I still want to hop on there and, just...
Keisha has my number. She can, if you have any questions.
She has your number, but will you answer the phone? Put that on the camera. Put that on the camera. You answer the number. You're not gonna be like, who?
What?
He didn't even answer when he was off the clock.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then you get kudos. You get kudos.
Yeah, man. Y'all put it on.
Is this right here?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Hey. Switching out these antennas. I had a little problem with the first one. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put this inside the sign. I think that'll be better. Robert said I could. If I had nothing to mount them on here, I can mount them on this. Yeah, I'm good. That might work. Okay, we got the new antenna in the sign. Now it's time to go in the building and replace that antenna with our new one. So let's go that way. So I'm gonna go up there and plug into the one upstairs. So we just got the new antenna replaced for the sign. Now we're replacing this antenna up here on the building, but we're mounting it inside this time. So that's what we're doing. SignDawgs, baby. Yeah, there was an issue with the last antennas, the Geniuses, because they have their own network here they want to be plugged into. And I don't think we knew that building the sign coming out. But we'll get them fixed up. Computer ready. Now cross your fingers. Okay, so it looks like we're getting signal in the back of our transmitter. That's good. Bam. Connected. Well, when you set up an EMC, you either have a hard wire, which is a Cat 5 like this, ran from your sign to the controller of the sign, all the way to the computer that you're messing with, or to your server, so that way you can just do Wi-Fi and get onto it. So yeah, communication issue. I would come back and change out a Cat 5 thinking, because we put the antennas up, the first ones, but they weren't. I'd be here for the day, everything's working. The next day they're calling, hey, it's not communicating. So I'm like, what is going on? So they decided to go with these transmitters. So I'm gonna take the computer down there, and what the IT lady did here was from our network, Cat 5, plug into this phone jack, and she has it through her server room where it connects to that lady's office downstairs. And she has a Cat 5 coming out of phone jack, kind of like an extension from there to downstairs. So I'm gonna just test that for them. This is Leona's office. This is where they want to be able to communicate with it, so. I'll make sure everything's good right here. Search the sign. Online. And that's all she wrote.
So what are you thinking?
We are loving the sign. We're really excited about the opportunity it's going to give us to be in touch with our community.
If you got a business in the DFW area and you need a sign, contact us. We
just might be featured on the next episode of SignDawgs TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe.